everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video something new is after landing in the yard, a brand new bit of kit, and I'm just coming in to get it, bring it over to the workshop to show everyone. It's a big bit of kit, but anyways, we'll bring it over to the workshop. It's a big bit of kit behind the 3075, so it is. Big bit of kit. And here we have it, my brand new machine. It is a Kivi-Pekka stone picker. So it is for picking stones. So gone be the days of running around with the transport box and the 35 or the stone fork or not getting stones picked. We now have mechanical means of picking stones. It's a 4.5 meter wide pickup. Well, I'll head down and show you in a bit, but arms fold down, them rotors spin, shove it into the middle, and then a drum pulls it into a big hopper at the back. And just to give you size comparison, it's on the 3075, so that's what we use to unload it, because all the other tractors are away, but it is massive compared to the 3075. So it is. Yes, I have bought a brand new bit of kit. This is the most expensive bit of kit I have bought, and I couldn't have done it without YouTube. YouTube paid for the deposit, and it's going to make the repayments till I get out on hire with this, and hopefully it starts paying for itself. A big thank you to everyone watching the videos and supporting the channel. Couldn't have done it without you. Kivi-Pekka, made of steel. We bought it in Handling Machinery in Dundalk, same place where Jerry bought his Jerry 6420 bought his brand new John Deere. So we're up with him just after, was it after New Year's or after Christmas? Could have been after Christmas. We went up and we had a look, and we were happy with what we seen. And to start the tractor, unfold it, and get it into working position to kind of go run through the machine, how it works, and then I'm going to show you how high the bin tips. The bin tips very high. Oh man, it's just hard to go over and buy a brand new bit of kit and it's in the yard. Right, we'll unfold it. So that is the machine extended, and the hopper is massive, and it goes up some height, so it does, and it actually goes up higher because I haven't it fully tipped. Yeah, no, it goes up a good bit higher, so there's more of a kick in it too. It's only level there with the kind of the back of it. This machine is on a wide angle PTO shaft, which is inside, which runs gearbox into PTO drives out here, which then it's belt driven from there to there. So if either out of the rotors hit something too big, or for whatever reason have to give, the belt will slip and it protects the drive line. So that's how it's done. So the two rotors, row of 8, and kick the stones into the middle, then into the drum there, which them tines turn, and they scoop up the stones into the center, and they also then run through the griddle so that it keeps that clean and lets any clay fall through, and then it basically fires them into the hopper through there. And then these are springs with rubbers, so there's a good bit of give in them, so that they should have a bit of lasting in them. Then also the drum then is belt driven. Yes, actually this is inside the belt. Belt is driven then from there back, so it's also on a belt, so if it stops or something too big goes in, it's protected by the belts, and they give me spare belts there. Also the blue bar then is for if you have the unfortunate of blocking it, that you have some way with you of prying it out. on a great big set of 560, 60, 25, 22.5s. The hopper is, I think it carries 2 ton or something, maybe more. It looks massive, so it does. It has lines in the back there, I can't think of it, a grid at the back for letting out more clay along with the base of it, and in the back, that back piece of steel there is for when you're tipping the trailer in, that it'll allow clay to fall out, but instead of falling maybe into a trailer that you'd have up again it'll fall into that back section. When you let down, then clay falls out on the ground, just to separate more clay from the stones. And then it's a high tip, so it'll tip into a trailer. But yeah, it goes up a long way. And that's the machine. That's what it's for, picking stones. It's on depth wheels then here, so to adjust the depth of the arms, you adjust this top link here, and then that adjusts your depths. And also then you have big ram here, which then adjusts the depth of the whole machine, and also for picking it up and that. What do you think?
Should the proof of the pudding will be indeed, won't it?
Yeah.
Be a stone safe and put the place.
No.
You're all metal hardocks.
Yeah. Metal hardocks tines that go right through the rotor.
Would it go right through?
Oh yeah, that's a solid bar, goes right through and out the other side.
I want to be. You better fold her up.
That is the machine off there. The 3075 there to go chop beats, so I just had to take it off before I finished the video. Yeah, some bit of kit. But as Father Phil said, the proof will be in the pudding as to how well it's going to work, how it's. Well, I know I've seen lots of videos of it online picking stones. It seems to do a great job. Pick stones from an inch, I think it's inch spacing, so from an inch up to 50 centimeters is what the machine will pick. But we have to find out what's the best way to prepare the ground before the stone picker enters. Whether it's go straight in after ploughing, whether it's plough it and disc it, or plough it and till it with the our 4 meter, I don't know what, spring tine harrow, but it's them big heavy tines. I think some people call them duck's foots. I'm not just over sure, but whether you go with that, the likes of that machine turns up stones, which will be ideal for running with this after, because them tine harrows tend to turn up a lot of stones. It's the design of them, but that will pick them up. And what's the best way of running it, and then what kind of finish will that leave? Because ultimately I've bought this to go contracting to pick stones for men on hire, and this is it. What will the job be like after it? Because my intention is that if anyone is looking for doing reseeding work or ground reclamation work, and you have stones and you don't want to pick them yourself, give me a call. I will pick your stones very happily. And we'll have to see what kind of finish it leaves, because if it leaves a very good finish, which it has done in the videos, we may look at putting an air seeder on it to put the grass seed in when it's finished. Because once that machine runs across the ground, you want absolute minimum amount of disturbance on the ground, because this machine is only picking stones off the surface, off the top inch or 2 inches of the ground, so it's not going into the ground that much. And if I went along and then you were to come along with another machine like a power harrow and a drill, it may turn up more stones then, and it kind of defeats the purpose. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of sorting out, figuring out right settings and how it's going to work, and is it good enough to do this, or what's the best way of getting the best results out of it. But we are going on hire, so if anyone is interested in getting your stones picked, please get in touch at Stewart Haggery, or if you know us, give us a call. Stewart Haggery on Facebook, you can send me a message there. And the rates on this are by the hour, so you pay for the amount of stones you have. So if you have really stony ground, you pay for it. If it's not that stony, it's obviously I get 2 more acres. Roughly speaking, somewhere between 20 and 40 acres a day, depending on what forward speed I can travel. And forward speed is determined by how stony the ground is, and hence we'll be charging by the hour. This is the fairest way of you pay for what stones you have. If you want to get a quote, get in touch. This is the first of 3 things that I want to get done this year. The next thing I'm hoping to get done in May, and then the last thing hopefully by October. And they're the 3 things. This is the first of the 3 things I want to try and achieve for this year. but we have this one done. And another thing, as some people will probably say, this machine, if I hopefully get a good bit of work with reseeding, well, I'm not interested in any reseeding work. I'm just interested in picking stones. Not looking to go ploughing and harrowing reseeding jobs for people. Just want to pick stones, because that's about all I'd have time for. And on that, this will probably end up being used during a busy time already. So another one of my goals is, hopefully between this, the big square baler, and Father Phil has actually given me the use of, we've a 4-leg subsoiler, a Mastec subsoiler, and I've got the use of that to try and earn a few pound with. So if anyone's looking for subsoiling, great job for drying up wet fields. I'm hoping to do a bit down the bottoms just to show it, but hopefully between them few things that I'll be able to afford to hire someone for the summer. So if anyone's looking for a summertime job starting in mid-April or that, you can also get in touch, because I will end up needing help, especially to be able to run this and keep the baler going. So there'll be a job there. And for anyone that is interested in a job, I want someone who can drive effectively and doesn't mind on the day we're not driving to help tidy up around the farm. That is my hope, that between my 4 machines I have, yeah, there's 4 machines I have, that I'll be able to make the repayments on this and be able to pay for someone to give a hand. That is my goal for the year. Don't know, is there anything else to say? The first job we'll probably end up doing with this is we're running over some of our tillage ground just to try it out, test it out, see what works best, what doesn't work. As we'll be starting, might be starting ploughing Saturday, depending on what rain falls, to get ready to start putting in beans. But that's where we'll test it out. We've 10 acres, we're reseeding 10 acres of the bottoms, going into multi-species swards that we're working with gold crop on, and there'll be more on that when we get that far, but that'll be our first bit of reseeding that we'll do, and we'll give it a good run there because it's a very stony bit of ground. But yeah, very happy. New machine bought, we're going on hire, picking stones, happy out, very happy. Anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from me. Good luck.